Since 1990, 13 South African banks have collapsed due to liquidity issues and bad management. Some, like the African Bank, have gone through the curatorship process more than once. And with this in mind, the South African Reserve Bank's Corporation for Deposit Insurance is looking to change the situation for the better. Our business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo has the details.
South Africans will soon benefit from a global standard of having their deposits protected up to 100,000 rand should their banks go under. South African Reserve Bank Governor Lesetja Kganyago says work on the Corporation for Deposit Insurance started 12 years ago. He adds that while depositors have always had some form of protection, the central bank is now mandated to enforce rules and regulations on deposit insurance.
The Corporation for Deposit Insurance is an important milestone in making the financial system safer and one that serves all South Africans. This means that should a bank fail to meet its obligations, covered depositors are protected by having timeous access to their deposits.
Bank deposits by all South African consumers will be covered under the insurance. South African banks will now pay a premium to CODI on behalf of consumers. The service will also not affect bank fees, according to the SARB. CODI CEO Sabina Mohammed says both consumers and businesses will benefit.
It is savings accounts, transactional accounts, current accounts, and fixed and notice deposits. So ultimately what this means is that there will be certainty about which depositors are protected, which products are protected, up to what amount.
She says the institution is still working with the Reserve Bank and other stakeholders, including Treasury, to shorten the time it would take for depositors to access their funds in the event of a bank collapse.
Initially, CODI aims at providing depositors with access to their funds in the event of a bank failure within 20 days, but we aim to reduce this to between 3 and 7 days to be in line with international best practice.
Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana says this is a positive step for cash-strapped South Africans.
Regaining public trust in financial regulation requires deep structural reforms and a shift towards greater accountability, transparency, and public inclusivity.
According to the Reserve Bank, several large banks, including Nedbank, Discovery Bank, Time Bank, and the First National Bank, have already signed up for the service. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Johannesburg.